right, you guys, so before we dive deep into today's conversation, I do just have to mention very quickly, every single thing I'm going to be talking about today is 100% my own thoughts and opinions based off of my own experiences and things that I myself have seen and heard. In no way, shape, or form has anyone paid me or given me information to create this video. And most importantly, as a content creator, it is my right to share my experiences and my thoughts with my viewers on my channel. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into it. Hello, my gorgeous gypsies, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope that you will join in on today's conversation. I absolutely would love to hear what you guys think about this whole situation. I myself was going to make this video the week before last, but for many reasons I did not. The main reason being, I honestly felt like there was no point. It seemed to not matter how many people called Katie Joy out or how many people emailed her personally. She truly feels like she is a victim and that everyone is just out to get her. She does not see that anything she's done is unjust or wrong in any way. But in the last week, you guys, there has been a major shift in this whole situation. People are finally calling her out and holding her accountable for her actions based off of the things that she has done and she continues to do. Because of this new accountability, Katie seems to have really turned over a new leaf with all of her apology videos and acting like she is just done with it and she's moving forward. So it seems, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. Now, I was first introduced to the Without a Crystal Ball channel a little bit over a year ago when Katie was covering the whole Janelle Eason and the CPS with the kids situation. And I'm going to be honest with you. From that very first video, there was something about Katie's commentary, just her style of commentary in general, that did not sit right with me. And I'm all about giving people chances. So of course I watched more of her content, and along the way, I quickly realized there was a big, huge pattern in her behavior and just her overall actions in general. In my personal opinion, Katie truly does love to dig for information. She loves to find those skeletons in your closet from 10 years ago that no one's heard of or no one's talked about in over 6 years. She's that person who's going to dig up whatever she can on you just to have a good story. Why does she do that? Because she wants them views, baby. For a very long time, something that really worked in Katie's favor is she insinuated that she was this big, huge investigative journalist. Now, when I say insinuated, I mean it was basically right there in black and white in her bio. She even had it in there. And when I was introduced to her content, I was introduced on the terms that she was this investigative journalist or whatever. I obviously am not the only one, because more and more people started watching her content and they genuinely thought that they were not only getting hardcore exclusive stories, but that she was giving them information that no one else had. Because of this, her channel grew very quickly, and the whole situation is just absolutely disgusting because now we know that this was not the case at all. This was just yet another lie that Katie told us for her to get some views, for people to subscribe, for people to watch and genuinely think that she was authentic, genuinely think that she was just this great investigator. And in reality, she is just like me and you, just a normal person who digs into people's personal lives and digs anything she can out if she thinks it's going to spice up her story and make it better. So fast forward all of that to today. Tati Westbrook took out a lawsuit on Katie just a couple of weeks ago for defamation, among other things. Instead of Katie taking the correct approach, which would have been to keep it all the legal stuff off of social media, to kind of, I don't know, be aware of the fact that, hey, there's this lawsuit on you and hey, maybe I should mind my P's and Q's. No. Katie decides instead that she's going to go on this crazy Twitter rampage and call out all of these creators for just talking about the story. They did absolutely nothing wrong, but God forbid you talk about Katie Joy. It became apparent very quickly that mentally Katie Joy, or Without a Crystal Ball, whatever you want to call her, was not in a good state of mind. And to watch it all unfold on social media was not only very disturbing, but it was also super concerning. Me, along with many other people, thought that it would be best for her to get off social media, to get out of the spotlight for a little bit, go work on herself, and try to figure out why so many people were so upset with her. What does she do? She does what Katie does best and made this a very, very personal situation by attacking other creators. And here's the real kicker, you guys. Attacking her very own supporters. People who have literally put money in her pocket, paved the road to her success here on YouTube. And what does she do? She calls them trolls. She calls them out. She drags them through the dirt and she blocks them, because that's what everyone does who really genuinely deserves to be on this platform. Here's my problem with the whole situation. You've got this person who has literally circulated all of their content around lies, conspiracies, assumptions, insinuations, and you take this person and they get all of this success because people truly believe their lies. And then how do you thank those people that have supported you? By bashing them and treating them like they're animals. As a content creator, I feel like this part really upsets me the most, because you know, my loyal subscribers mean everything to me. Y'all's thoughts and opinions mean more to me than anything. If you disagree with something that I'm putting on here, if you disagree with how I say something, that means a lot to me, and I'm going to do everything in my power to work on that and be able to better communicate with you. I'm going to actually take it to heart, because you guys are the ones that are making it possible for me to be here talking to this camera. That Katie Joy just attacked her subscribers like that, it really upset me. And then what was even more upsetting about the whole situation was these apology videos, if that's what you want to call them. They both just fell very short to what an actual apology is. And it was just so I keep saying disturbing, but that's exactly what it was. The very first apology that she came out with wasn't even an apology at all. I feel like if we have learned nothing from 2020, the one thing that most of us know by now is what an apology is and what it isn't. And what Katie Joy put out to those creators, apologizing for her actions and the way that she attacked them and literally dragged them through the dirt, that was not an apology. That is everything that apology is not. 24 hours prior to this, mind you, she was still dragging these creators, still calling them out. People like Creepshow Art, Dustin Daly, Nick Snyder, just to name a few. That's not even all of them. And then less than 24 hours later, here she is apologizing. Okay, so that on its own definitely did not seem genuine. And then you've got this whole written statement situation, which at first I thought, okay, maybe this will work in her favor, because obviously Katie Joy has a tendency of inserting her foot in her mouth. So I could get why she would want to write something out ahead of time, especially if she wanted to be taken seriously and she really wanted to, you know, give a good apology. I get it. But then she opened her mouth. It was an insult apology if I've ever seen one in my life. And I think that's exactly why the apology was not received that well. Not see that many creators, you know, responding to the apology, because it was not accepted, and for good reason. Anybody who has not watched it, I'm pretty sure it's still up. Go check it out. It is seriously the craziest apology I've ever seen. Aside from all of that, it took her such a long time to actually sit down and apologize to her subscribers. And this irks me to no end, you guys. She waited until the very last moment to apologize to her subscribers. And in my own personal opinion, that is such a slap in the face to her loyal supporters who have been there since day one. The fact that she had to muster up this gumption to sit down and talk to the camera and apologize is just, in my personal opinion, very, very pathetic. Now, another thing that really upsets me about this apology to her supporters, her subscribers, is the fact that she didn't state this, but it was very obvious that this was once again another written statement. Make it make sense. Someone make it make sense. If you cannot even genuinely sit down and look at the camera and apologize to your subscribers for the way that you have acted, the way that you have treated them, and everything in between, then you do not deserve to have those supporters, and you definitely do not deserve a platform here on YouTube or any social media, in my personal opinion, okay? But nonetheless, she does this whole apology video. She says that she's sorry for the way that she's acted. She said all the right things. But like I said, it was very obvious, even though she did not state that it was a written statement. You could tell that she was reading it from her computer screen. And to me, not only does that show that it's ingenuine, but it also takes the authenticity out of it. Like I said, if you can't muster up the gumption to apologize to the people who have literally paved your road to success, you don't deserve to be here. After all of this, you guys, finally, there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel for Miss Katie Joy. And the last week, as I said, she seems to have really tried to turn over this new leaf, right? She seems to really be thinking of her subscribers and their positive criticism. She seems to be stopping the whole thing with the creators. I've not seen her, calling anyone out or trying to burn anyone here lately. And it seems as if Katie Joy is trying to move forward with her life, deal with all this stuff with the Tati Westbrook lawsuit off camera, and move forward. Or is she? This, I think, you guys, is just another tactic for her to try to play the good guy, bad guy type thing. My personal opinion, I don't feel like she did that because she wanted to. I feel like that was advice to her from her attorneys because, like I said, it came at a really weird place. Literally 24 hours before the first apology, she was still dragging creators and still going at them hardcore. I do feel that this was advised from her attorney. I mean, think about it. You're in the middle of a huge lawsuit with Tati Westbrook, and your client is going ham online, taking out everybody that she can and anybody that has anything to say about her. As an attorney, I would advise you to stop too. I would advise you to sit down and apologize, even if you didn't mean it. And I'm sorry, but anyone who watched that apology video, she didn't mean that, in my personal opinion. Moving forward from the apologies, though, she has seemed to stop with all this stuff and she's creating new content again. Her latest video is about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which I will say I watched the first episode, loved it. I think that I'm going to like this series a lot. But what does Katie Joy do, you guys? She makes sure that she digs up some bones on these ladies. If y'all have not watched her latest video, it's just everything that is wrong with her. And that is the thing. That's how you know that she doesn't mean her apologies. That's how you know she has no plans on changing at all. And she is going to continue dragging people to get views. Honestly, what she is doing and the way that she goes about creating her content is seriously everything wrong with the world today, social media in general, and I cannot stand it. And that's why I wanted to sit down and make this video. We've learned nothing else from Miss Katie Joy in this whole situation. I myself have learned quite a few things from her. Number one, it is so important to always remain humble. And number two, stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. If I have to drag others, tell elaborate stories, make up content, and just lie to make it here on this platform, then I don't want it. I don't want the recognition if I have to do all of those things. I would much rather have my loyal 800 and some subscribers and make genuine content from actual stories than to lie and have to make clickbait content for the rest of my life just to get a God-blessed view. That is my standpoint on all of this, you guys. I really just had to sit down and get it all out. Once again, I would love to hear your overall thoughts and opinions on this situation. I know that this is not going to be the last lawsuit we see for Without a Crystal Ball, aka Katie Joy. There's more to come. You guys mark my words. It's going to happen because she's never going to learn. She doesn't see a problem with the things that she does. No matter what she says here on the internet, it is all for show. So that is it for today's video. If you like this content and would like to see more, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and tap the bell for post notifications. That way you are notified for every single time I upload. I do want to say before I hop off here that I greatly appreciate every single one of you for stopping by and watching this video. And until the next time, guys, bye!